Welcome to CallOut Reviews, the Aeroknife.
And we're boiling potatoes.
This is the Aeroknife. Like most as seen on TV products, the hype from this commercial would lead you to believe it could cut through your soul if you aren't careful enough. Sadly, that's just the hype. It'd be pretty cool to cut through some souls with this knife for less than $20, but whatever. The real claims include it can slice through fruits, veggies, and cheese twice as smooth as any ordinary knife. Cheese doesn't stick to it, and along with most fruits and vegetables, it can cleanly cut through a New York strip, and it can cut through a pineapple in a single cut, which is pretty rad.
The makers of the Aeroknife claim that it can cut through a boiled potato without mashing. Here's a regular knife. Okay, didn't work very well. And the Aeroknife. Substantially better.
The Aeroknife claims that it can cut twice as smooth through tomatoes. We're about to see. Pretty good. That was quite a bit harder with the Aeroknife.
Alright, so the Aeroknife claims, and it's the one I don't believe, that you can cut through a grape so thin that you can read through it.
Hard.
It's okay.
Solid a little bit.
Right there, that's the one. Let's read the instructions to a classic yellow moist cake. Wow.
Look at that.
That's actually pretty cool.
What are your thoughts?
I want this grape.
So two claims that the Aeroknife makes. One, that it can cut through cheese with ease. The other, that it won't stick. Let's try them out. So this is the first knife, your regular, standard. Fairly easy. Now the Aeroknife. Let's try it again. It did kind of stick, but it did go through a lot easier than the standard knife. So.
The Aeroknife claims it can cut cleanly through a raw New York strip. Here's a regular knife. Pretty clean, not a problem. Here's the Aeroknife. Much more difficult than the regular knife.
This is it. The big kahuna. The one to put all the haters in their place. In the last demonstration of the Aeroknife commercial, the guy takes the Aeroknife and cuts right through a pineapple in midair. Hey! That's great!
I stopped in the middle there. I thought you were done.
That's fine. I am super surprised. Oh, it smells so good. Wow! So the Aeroknife, what'd you feel about it, Nate?
I didn't think it quite did what it was supposed to do. It had really a lot of trouble with the steak. The pineapple took a couple hacks at it.
Yeah, I was impressed by the pineapple. It actually did do what it said. It took me a few times to kind of figure it out, but I think it did what it claimed, even though it took me a few times. I think that was just me out of practice. As far as the cheese, it stuck to the knife, the Aeroknife, more than the standard knife.
Yeah.
Which I thought, it's the whole point of having those holes is that it doesn't stick. The steak, you said it didn't.
Steak didn't cut really well. The grape thing, I feel like any knife could do that. It's just a matter of cutting it thin. I don't think there's a problem with a regular knife cutting through a grape to where you can see the grape's pretty translucent.
Yeah. The potato, it didn't.
Potato, it didn't. I mean, it did better than the regular knife on the potato.
We'd actually cut a potato prior to it, and it did kind of mash it, so it's not consistently not mashing potatoes, but it does do that. What other tests did we do?
It was a. Is that it? That's it, I think. How bad are we that we can't remember like 5 minutes ago what we just did?
Pretty bad.
Tomato, potato, cheese.
Yeah. Tomato. Oh,
Tomato.
it was a lot easier to cut with the standard knife than it was the Aeroknife. The Aeroknife, believe it or not, is serrated. So.
Why would they not believe it? We just told them.
I mean, it looks. Did we say it's serrated?
No, we didn't.
It doesn't look serrated on the commercial.
But it is.
But it is. And it says you can sharpen it, and it's clearly like it comes with a sharpener to sharpen it, and it says in the instructions not to never sharpen it. So
Makes sense.
I don't get that. It also says that it will never dull. So why would you need a sharpener first of all? And then in the packet it says that every knife dulls.
So there are a few hypocritical statements.
Yeah, they're kind of contradicting themselves a little bit from the commercial to the little package you get, and that's one part of it.
So overall, what do you think?
Overall, I give it a 2 out of 5 stars.
I give it a 3. Just it's standard. I mean, it's a knife. It's just like any other knife. I don't think it's any better than any other knife, or maybe a little worse than some of the best knives. But
Yeah.
so I'm giving it a 3.
Yeah, I say if you have $20 to spend on a knife, just save
better
up and get a chef's knife or something. That will really cut through about anything.
I agree. So 2.5 overall.
2.5 stars overall.
Buy it or buy it. Don't buy it.
Buy it or buy it.
Buy it or buy it. Buy it or don't buy it. What do you say?